Ukweli usiuchawi. Ni talanta zinakuzwa.
Taja umuhimu wa formula katika fasihi simulizi.
Inasaidia kuitoa athira kutoka ulimwengu halisi hadi ulimwengu wa hadithi.
Jadili changamoto zozote zile zinazowakumba waajiriwa kwa kurejelea hadithi ya harubu ya maisha.
Changamoto ya kwanza ni kucheleweshwa kulipwa mshahara.
Lakini mtu ambaye ana masomo utapata kwamba hategemei kazi moja peke yake.
Wingi wa sentensi. Mvuvi amemwona mwewe msikitini.
Wavuvi wamewaona mwewe msikitini.
Wavuvi wamewaona mwewe msikitini. Wapiga makofi.
My name is DJ D, and on the ones and twos is
DJ Leo.
We bring you the best of African entertainment.
From Afrobeat to Amapiano.
Daddy, me I want to party.
Genge to bongo.
Rusha mikono kama unaona uko tipsy. Rusha mikono kama maisha iko fiti.
And Zouk to Kwaito.
With me for party.
And not only that, anything juicy in the entertainment industry, we give it to you. Catch us every Sunday from 2:30 to 4 p.m.
Only on KBC Channel 1.
Nairobi United FC will host AA's Maniema Union of the Democratic Republic of Congo in a crucial Group B encounter. The highly anticipated showdown will take place at the Mo International Sports Center, Kasarani, on Sunday, November 30th. This will be Kenya's first ever home group stage match in the history of the Continental Club competition.
This match, he's punched it into the path of waiting defenders. This time he's great on his line d'or.
Securing 3 points at Kasarani is essential for Nairobi United to wipe out the deficit from their opening loss, climb out of the bottom half of the standings, and keep the ambition of progressing to the knockout stages well and truly alive. Catch this match on Sunday, 30th November from 4 p.m. live on KBC Channel 1, your true sports partner.
And now, hello and a very warm welcome to Lunchtime News on KBC Channel 1, coming to you live from the broadcasting house in Kenya's capital, Nairobi. My name is Giverson Minor. Our sign language interpreter is Lensa Odinga. So start interacting with us on our social media platforms at KBC Channel 1 on X. And of course, mine is at Giverson Minor. Now let's take you straight to news, where Nairobi City County leadership has partnered with private health promoter organizations to raise more than 25 million shillings in the fight against child malnutrition. The funds will support vulnerable communities across Kenya, including families living in Nairobi's informal settlements. The campaigns, known as Nourish a Child and initiated by Hesed Africa, aims to provide essential nutrition and care to children under the age of 5. The initiative will strengthen local health systems and equip healthcare workers through high-level training. This effort is expected to empower community health promoters to address malnutrition at the grassroots level.
We have the opportunity to move closer to the future, where every child, and we mean here every child, has access to good nutrition, quality health services, meaningful opportunities to thrive. Every commitment made here, every partnership formed, and every dollar, every shilling contributed strengthens the systems that keep children nourished, protected, and able to dream.
I know we've all read the Constitution, and the right to food, not just food, affordable food, high quality, nutritious food, is the right of every Kenyan. But you know something? somewhere along the line, we missed the plot. Why did we miss the plot? We didn't plan our population according to our resources.
We are glad that as we work with the county government, they are doing their effort on this, but they require all of us in solidarity to ensure that all our children are supported. This is the reason why the Danish Refugee Council supports it, as it embodies the principles that we stand for. We stand for localization, working with local partners that are able to reach the unreached communities.
Now from Nairobi, take you straight to Baringo, where locals from flood-prone areas of Baringo South have protested plans to auction an excavator that has played a key role in controlling floods in the region. Speaking to the media, the angry residents claim they were not consulted, accusing officials of attempting to sell the machine at unreasonably low price. They demanded its replacement with an equally quality one before it is sold. Chairman of the Floods Control Committee, Titus Lelebo, said the machine has been instrumental in mitigating flooding since 2020, and if sold, it would severely undermine efforts to protect the community from recurring floods. Take a look.
Wakati hii tinga ilifika, ilifanya kazi, ilitusaidia. Hata juzi wakati walileta hiyo project ya gabion, kuweka gabions kwa mto na river expansion, hizo tumefanya, ilisaidia tena pia mashule. Ingawa itinga walisema kulikuwa na shida kidogo ya 10,000 ya hiyo leakage ya mafuta, lakini leo tumestuka kusikia tinga inaenda.
Mwenye alihusika, mimi nakuuliza, wewe umejua mashine chuma, lakini sisi binadamu utachutujua. Ninataka uniulize, unatutakiaje? Mashine afadhali kuliko sisi binadamu. Kabisa ninakuomba tu.
If kama kungekuwa na such advertisement kwamba inauzwa, tungekuwa aware. Sasa tungekuwa ambush like this, na si ati community ilishindwa. It's like kuna mtu amelala mahali mpaka kitu imelala hapa. So tungeomba hivi, ikiwa yes mko serious mtaka kuuza, alafu pia mutuzishe sisi kama community 190,000 pia ingetushinda kama community. Tunaweza inunua, tuchangishe hiyo pesa, alafu tuchangishe pesa ya kutengeneza, then hii machine baki tunaweza nunua hata na 300.
Ati wanauza tinga kama hiyo 190,000, 190,000. Alafu wale wanakuja kuchukua ati wanataka katakata na kuingiza lori ati ni scrap. Na watu wangu wa Sindan na watu wangu wa maji wanahangaika. Ndivyo huyu mzee alisema usiwachilie. Sasa nataka niulize, tuwachilie waende na 190 tinga ambayo nasaidia sisi ama tukatae?
From Baringo, humanitarian and climate change ambassadors have been called, or rather have called on Kenyans and politicians to emulate the late Raila Odinga's push for democracy. They further called for unity in the country in honor of Raila's virtue of bridging political differences after contested elections. They were speaking during a memorial at the late Kango Kajaramogi home, where they celebrated his legacy through songs, planting fruit trees and a cleanup.
Hizo principle 10 ambazo Papa alikuwa nazo kulingana na agenda ya kuleta broad government, natakana ziendelezwe, sio kupiga serikali vita, lakini ziendelezwe kwa wananchi wa kawaida pale chini aje kufinyika. Kwa hivyo ninasihi tu wanasiasa wetu wote waje kuleta siasa ya pesa nane na kufanya vijana wakikufa kwa barabara bure.
We equally going to do certain trees in memory of Raila Odinga. And I would wish to encourage the youth to step up and take charge, because it is now their turn. Raila played his part, but what are we doing to make the same difference? So it is our time now to initiate and do more than he did.
Raila Amolo Odinga, he has set a world-class record that has brought Kenya to the limelight of managing disaster and emergencies by objectives. Why? He was able to educate us, to give us ways how we can raise funds and support communities. And for that reason, we are united here to come and celebrate him as our hero.
And now, Deputy Dean of Macarius 3 Seminary, Philip Mugadizi, has been appointed and consecrated as the Bishop of Kisumu Diocese and Western Kenya. The consecration took place on 25th November through the Holy Synod of the Patriarch of Alexandria by His Beatitude Pope and Matriarch Theodorus II. Speaking at the Orthodox Church in Ruruta after presiding over his first liturgy as a bishop, Bishop Mugadizi expressed his joy at the opportunity to serve God in a larger capacity. Following over 20 years as Deputy Dean, students from Macarius 3 Seminary lauded his leadership, saying it greatly aided their studies.
Always rejoice knowing that it is my first time to celebrate in our country, actually, my first liturgy actually as a bishop. So when I left and went to Alexandria for my consecration, so I told them I am ready to take that sacrifice. I've worked here actually, I've been a priest for, this is the 28th year. So 27 years actually into priesthood, and my 28th year is when I'm becoming a bishop. I've been a vice rector at the college there for around 3 years.
Now we take you to Kilifi County, where Labour and Social Protection Cabinet Secretary Alfred Mutua has thanked Magarini residents for electing a broad-based government candidate in Thursday's by-election. Speaking in Malindi during a fundraiser, Mutua says the victory of the MP-elect Harrison Kombe is proof that President William Ruto's government enjoys support across the country. Sentiments echoed by Malindi MP Amina Mnyazi.
Ni mtu ambaye anataka kufanya maendeleo, na ametuambia mara nyingi yeye hataki kufanya maendeleo ya hivi sasa, anafanya maendeleo for the future generations. Anauliza tutateseka mpaka lini? Ukiangalia hata mpango wa SHA, uangalie barabara, uangalie mipango ya maji ambayo anaifanya, hii kazi yote ni kazi ya William Ruto, kwa sababu anajua kwamba yeye amesema hajali siasa ya sasa. Yeye anataka akiacha Kenya au ameacha Kenya ambayo watoto wetu watajivunia kuwa ni nchi ambayo inasonga mbele.
Na sisi tuko broad base, tunafanya kazi hapo kama vile baba alipotuacha, tuendelea kushirikiana sababu tuko kwa serikali ya broad base, tuko na mawaziri 5 kwa chama yetu wa broad base wako pale.
Now, private and public sectors have been urged to embrace good governance and ethical leadership to sustain good services in their respective organizations and institutions. Speaking during the Institute of Certified Secretaries, ICA's 14th Champions of Governance Gala Dinner Awards in Nairobi, where the theme was strengthening institutions through ethical leadership and accountability. Cabinet Secretary for Cooperatives and MSMEs Development, Wycliffe Ambetsa Paranya, applauded the institutions for their role in safeguarding governance excellence across the country. Different categories were awarded from education, banking, county public service board, corporate secretary, CEO of this year, with the overall Champions of Governance award won by the Communication Authority of Kenya.
Governance not just as a destination, but as an ongoing journey, a day-to-day endeavor, a day-to-day meeting of the challenges and the opportunities that good governance presents to each and every one of us.
ICS continues to strengthen the foundations of ethical leadership, accountability, and professionalism across public and private sectors. Ethical leadership is not optional. It is the fuel that drives sustainable development. Accountability is the compass that ensures institutions stay on course.
I take you to Kiambu County, where a section of members of Kiambu County Assembly and the County Governor Kimani Wamatangi now want Gatondo North MP Elijah Njoroge Kururia arrested and charged for allegedly organizing the demolition of St. Francis Early Childhood Development Education Center in Mangu. The Red leaders say it was wrong to demolish a school built with taxpayers' money to pave the way for the construction of a vocational training institute. Kiambu County Chief Officer for Early Learning, Masinjagi, regretted the incident, saying it would cause a crisis for the increasing population of ECDE learners in the county.
When you have an institution which has been built using public resources, using taxpayers' money, until you can find merry and something to laugh about and something to joke about, until you are bringing down a whole institution that has been built with public funds when it is new. Mimi nilisema hata hiyo kama hiyo mazungumzo ilikuwa huko, hata kama the primary school in Mangu was being abolished, the ECD learning centers, as Waziri has said, those tiny tots like these ones cannot walk for 3 kilometers. Leave them there, they can be in the institution. Even if you don't want that institution there, then use it as a workshop. You don't have to demolish it. What is the glory of demolishing it, wasting 6 million shillings, and then you come and build another workshop?
Ukiona kiongozi akija kubomoa ECD ndio a punished governor, and he doesn't understand who he is punishing. So I'm against such kind of a leader.
Wewe Kururia, wewe utalipa hiyo shule na tumekupeleka kotini kama county. Hiyo shule sio yako, ni ya watu wa Kiambu, ni ya watu wa Gatondo.
Kama mtoto wa St. Francis Mangu nitaamua aende Mangu Primary, it means that this child watakuwa more than 100 kids in one classroom. You can imagine a teacher handling 100. Was there even public participation? You ask us what would be the impact of even demolishing.
Now that controversial story from Kiambu County takes us to a very short break. Don't go too far. Still so much more coming your way.
When the hills gave way in Marakwet, thousands were left with nothing. But together, we can help them rise again. Join KBC in the Restore Hope, Restore Earth campaign, Unity in Adversity. Together for Marakwet. Donate through paybill number 522533, account number 8036543, or drop foodstuffs and supplies at Marakwet County offices. Every shilling, every tree, every act of kindness counts. KBC, bringing Kenyans together.
Today we are coming to you from the Kenya Medical Research Institute, KEMRI, in Kilifi County, where scientists are conducting a study on neosepsis.
So investigating the new combinations and also comparing them to the currently used combinations for treating babies who have sepsis.
We recruit babies who are between the ages of 0 to 28 days.
If we incorporate these medications that have already been researched on, but you just want to see how they work in units, maybe the time of being in hospital will be reduced and we can reunite the families back home earlier.
Join us this Sunday as we talk about neonatal sepsis.
We will open a powerful dialogue on prostate cancer and the vital role that women play in early detection, support and recovery.
Increasing the frequency of passing urine. It can also cause, particularly during the night, the frequency can be more. Like difficulty in passing urine, any other physical obstruction in passing urine. So these are the main signs and symptoms of prostate cancer.
I had a very supportive wife,
very supportive family, my children, and very supportive employer.
Yes. Let us communicate as much as we can, because they will not, in most cases, men will not start a conversation about a sickness.
Being physically active, avoiding obesity, good diet, so reducing the red meat intake.
Now, welcome back. You're watching Lunchtime News on KBC Channel 1. Now, community health promoters and environment field officers in Likuyani and Lugari constituencies have received a major boost after Kakamega County Government, in partnership with Buffalo Bicycles, donated over 210 bicycles to support their work. And I was speaking during the, of course, handover. County Executive for Water, Environment and Natural Resources and Climate Change, Penina Mukabane, alongside her health counterpart, Livingstone Imbai, said the donation will improve mobility and enhance environmental conservation efforts.
Mobility is a challenge for most of our workers. The CHPs are working for long distances to do their work. The ones also dealing with the environment are covering long distances to go to households and to provide education. So this is a timely investment and we are proud.
Na ni baisikeli ambazo zimeundwa kuweza kustahimili zile barabara za huku mashinani, kwa hivyo zitakuwa za manufaa sana kwa watu wetu.
Na tena upande wa mazingira itatusaidia kureduce carbon emissions. Carbon emissions ni ile carbon dioxide ambayo inatoka kwa fossil fuels. Kando na baiskeli, kama serikali ya county tumepanda miti zaidi ya 2 milioni katika sehemu za shule za primary na gazetted forest na kule Misango Hills. Pia tumeweza kuwapatia mizinga ili tusaidie kuconserve biodiversity na energy saving jikos ili wazuie kutumia miti mingi.
Now, Kenya will conduct its first national census of the endangered grey-crowned crane next year, as conservationists raise alarm over the species' rapidly declining population. Once estimated at about 35,000 in 1980, the grey-crowned crane population in Kenya has fallen to roughly 10,000 today. Now, the warning was issued during the celebrations to mark 10 years of crane conservation efforts, where experts emphasized that without urgent interventions, the iconic bird could face extinction. Adan Kabelo, the country manager for the International Crane Foundation, said the biggest threat to the species is the deconstruction of wetlands, which are the crane's primary habitat. Kenya has about 13,000 wetlands, but many are under threat from human encroachment.
We can conserve the wetlands by participating.
We work with the communities who live around the wetlands to enable them to work outside the wetlands by introducing skills and technologies that can help them look for alternatives away from the wetlands. For instance, climate smart agriculture is one of the things that we do.
95% of these cranes occur outside our protected areas. That is to say, only about 500 cranes are found within our national parks and national reserves, and therefore it calls us upon as a country to work alongside communities because these are the people who are living with the cranes.
Ile shida tuko naye kabisa ambayo inahatarisha korongo ni uokotaji wa mayai. Mahari zinatagia mayai, vijana wanaenda wanaokota, wanakula ama wanauza, ama ndege mwenyewe anashikwa, wanaenda wanamfanya kitoweo. Yule ndege ni mkubwa, anaweza kuwa na kilo zaidi ya 4.
The crane is a very important bird for Germans as well. It's your iconic bird, a sort of pride of Africa, but the crane in Germany is also a very iconic bird for Germans. So it was very easy to connect with the grey crane here in Kenya. and it was quite natural to support this crane here. It's also the most beautiful of the cranes. The German crane is not as beautiful.
Mafanikio mengi yamefanyika, jambo moja ni kwa sababu wakaaji ambao wanazunguka ziwa la Oloborosat sasa wanajua kuhusu huyu korongo ambaye anaelekea kuangamia, na wanajua ni jinsi gani wanastahili, ni nini wanastahili kufanya ili muhifadhi na pia.
And our former Health Cabinet Secretary Susan Nakumicha has slammed Governor George Natembeya for what she termed as a poor record on healthcare and land services in Trans Nzoia County. Speaking during a consultative forum in Cherangany, Nakumicha called on residents to back her gubernatorial bid in the 2027 general elections, saying she's ready to offer fresh leadership in the cosmopolitan county. She said as a woman, she will bring fresh energy to leadership and elevate the space for women in leadership in the county. Take a look.
Niko tayari. Na mbona nasema niko tayari ni kwa sababu mimi walinipa nafasi rais, nikakuwa waziri. Wakati huu amenipa nafasi, mimi ni balozi. Kwa hivyo kuna mambo ambayo nimeona vile yanapangwa kule juu. Nami nimesema wacha nije nipange mambo ya hapa nyumbani, mambo ya huduma ya afya. And I don't think kuna a better person who can do it. Muliona vile nilipanga nationally. Kama nilipanga 47 counties, one county itanishinda kweli. Sasa nataka kufocus. Tukisema tuko na referral hospital, tukuwe na referral hospital ya kikamilifu. Tuhakikishe district hospital inafanya kazi, tuhakikishe sub county hospitals zinafanya kazi, dispensaries zinafanya kazi.
Now it's time for sports, so let's get sporty for a moment. Now located about 3 kilometers from Oloitoktok town in Kajiado County, at the slopes of Mount Kilimanjaro, the newly launched Magnolia Athletics Camp is the only high-altitude training camp in the South Rift region. The camp, which was officially opened on Saturday by Athletics Kenya Senior Vice President Paul Mutui, currently accommodates over 40 female athletes from 12 years and above.
Magnolia Athletics Camp specializes in training female athletes from sprints to long-distance races from across the country. At the camp, the girls who are recruited through trials get educational scholarships as well as specialized training. The main focus for many athletes in the camp is to make the team for Kenya for next year's World Under-20 Athletics Championship in Eugene, USA, as well as competing in the AK Weekend Meet.
We've been going around primary and high school athletic competitions, from the zonals through to the national levels. And I can say by God's grace, the camp has grown. Our girls are achieving, and very soon we are sure that we are going to get some into the international arena.
The camp will be expanded to accommodate more athletes with the dream of producing world beaters in the future. Reigning world 800-meter champion Lilian Odira, who graced the launch, challenged parents to support girls who aspire to take up the sport.
I want to thank the initiative and Magnolia at large, the Magnolia community, because getting a community that can occupy such a thing is not easy. So I want to thank them because, you see, when we were in Tokyo, it is the girl child that brought 6 gold medals. So when we support such young talents, I think we can do more better of that.
Odira has currently resumed her training in preparation for next year's Commonwealth Games, as well as the Ultimate Championships.
When I started, nilianza tu kama sikuwa najua nini, lakini I thank God because I got a coach and amenisaidia mpaka mahali nimefika. Niliingia juzi Team Kenya.
This year I've participated in cross country, but in 2 kilometers cross country seniors, and I went in regionals, and I went also in nationals, but I didn't do it well.
3 years now active, and I'm quite impressed because a few of our girls are now coming up very strongly. I had a girl recently in the World Under-20 Championship that went to Algeria, and I'm looking forward to seeing her possibly next year progressing to the World Under-20 Championship in USA.
The camp has specialized trainers, among them coaches, physiotherapists, chaperones, and teachers.
And our boxer Consolata Musanga was crowned the new PST Women Champion after boxing Sandra Atamo of Sweden in the 10 rounds bout held last night at the Age Convention Center in Nairobi. Musanga won the bout by unanimous points decision, having scored 99, 99 to 91, 96 to 94, and of course 96 to 94 from the 3 judges against her Swedish opponent.
Consolata Musanga won the PST belt last night after boxing Sandra Atermo of Sweden in their 10 rounds bout at the Edge Convention Center in Nairobi. Musanga won by unanimous points decision, and it was her 9th career win from the 24 times she has entered the ring, leaving her opponent Atermo with 2 wins from her 7 professional bouts.
Bantamweight champion from the 254, Consolata Musanga.
In the other bouts held at the Edge Convention last night, Richard Ogola recorded his 7th win from 10 bouts after knocking out Ugandan Bruno Muwezi. Ogola, who entered the ring having won 6 of his 9 bouts, needed 4.5 rounds to put his opponent on the floor and secure the win. Kenya national champion Javan Buyu made it 2 wins from 2 after registering a win against Abdul Hakim for the 2nd successive time. The 2 boxers met for the first time last year when they both made their debut, and it was Buyu who still got the better of his opponent that time round. Consultant psychologist Kevin Gashe, the driver of mental health awareness campaign at the event, knocked out Wycliffe Andabu in the 4th round as he recorded his first win on his debut. Gashe was fighting for mental health awareness, especially in men, winning in the ring while also hoping to win outside the ring by convincing the men to speak up. Teddy Murimi defeated Brian Otieno. Kenyan Valentin Pondi lost to Ben Bottelbach of Belgium. Michael Odur got the better of Justus Ndegwa, while Leila Yazidu of Tanzania had too much power in her fists for Rachel Marion of Uganda.
And that story by Bucks, of course, brings us to the end of Lunchtime News on KBC Channel 1. On behalf of everyone who made this newscast possible, we say thank you for watching. My name is Givasun Maina. Our sign language interpreter is Lensa Odinga. Until next time, it's bye-bye for now.
Unafanya hapa kwangu asubuhi. Unaona huko nje. Mimi nilikuwa na kuangalia security. Toka.
Uko aje huko umetoka?
Hajiji tunasiti kusukuma gurutumu la maisha na nyinyi mnaburuta. Ingawaje mmetuachilia.
Ashita sa maisha sile simenichapa woi.
Unabai, unapika, unashiba. Lea Premium.
Lea Premium Flour, nurturing the world. Available in a store near you.